I'm not sure if I'm ready for this one. The creepiest images ever taken? I don't know if I can handle that. Oh dear, is that an early version of Ronald McDonald? Oh, I'm so scared. Anyways, this isn't actually an early version of Ronald McDonald. I'm not fully up to date on my Mick history, but based on what I could find, this is the Ronald McDonald outfit from the late 70s to early 80s. You can tell mainly because it has the two McDonald's patches and they're asymmetrical. Earlier designs had the two patches symmetrical on the body, and later designs forgoed the patches entirely. Now, if you actually want early Ronald McDonald, here it is. Here's what Ronald McDonald originally looked like. He was portrayed by Willard Scott. Willard Scott played Bozo the Clown, who was a popular TV figure at the time. The Bozo the Clown show was sponsored by some McDonald's franchisees in Washington, D.C., and any McDonald's Bozo visited would get more sales. So eventually, when the sponsorship ended, McDonald's decided they wanted their own mascot, and they created Ronald McDonald in the place of Bozo the Clown. So there's your daily dose of Mick history. Our second picture is supposedly a Halloween costume from ye olden days, probably like the Victorian era or 1910s or whatever. While I haven't been able to confirm the validity of this specific picture, I think it's real just because it's been around for a long time. It is true, actually, that early Halloween costumes leaned a lot more into the creepy side of things. I couldn't tell you exactly why costume design has changed over time and why they've gotten, at least in my opinion, less creepy, but I'm almost certain it has something to do with corporate America filing away at the holiday until it's something that could be easily monetized. So this next one says it's a human shadow from the bombing of Hiroshima, and yes, that is true. This specific one is pretty famous. It's called the Human Shadow Etched in Stone. It currently resides at the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Museum. Onto a lighter topic, the Salem Witch Trials. This picture claims to be of one of the cells used during the Salem Witch Trials. And it actually took me quite a while to track down where this picture is from. Because if you reverse image search it, all roads lead to BuzzFeed. I don't know about you, but I do not consider BuzzFeed a trustworthy source. So it took a while, but I found the picture's origins, and yes, it is a cell used during the Salem Witch Trials, or at least a recreation of one. That part isn't clear, but you get the idea. Another weird clown one. The first clown costume. Believe it or not, this is not the first ever clown costume. This is a picture from the 1924 silent film He Who Gets Slapped, which itself is based off a Russian play of the same name. Needless to say, clowns have been around a lot longer than 1924. At least according to Wikipedia, they might have been around since ancient Egypt. And for the last one, double exposure picture or ghost girl? I can answer that. It is a double exposure picture of a girl. In fact, it's literally a stock photo made by a stock photo company. It's literally called Double Exposure of Spooky Girl Against Wall at Home. Besides being a banger light novel title, there's nothing more to say. It is literally a stock photo. So that's the slideshow done. But there's way more TikTok slop to be covered. One of my new least favorite things are the pointer guys. I don't know what else to call them. They're the accounts where every single video will start with like a dude pointing at a caption, and then it will play some AI slop. Like, look at this channel. Every single video is the same clip of the same guy pointing at a caption, and then it goes on to the actual video, and the actual video is all stolen stuff. Here's an example. I found two separate Scary Facts videos, both of which have over 1 million views. And here are sections from the two videos side by side.
CNN has had a pre-recorded broadcast from the 90s, which they will premiere during the end of the world. A mysterious unknown Russian radio station has been broadcasting a strange buzzing, punctuated by intermittent code words, since 1973.
Now, you might have noticed, they're the exact same. And that's because the whole entire TikTok scary stuff ecosystem is all regurgitated. There is not a single new idea or new fact. There are some accounts that make somewhat original stuff sometimes, but it's still all fake. So here's this account. It's another pointer guy. Creepy facts you didn't know about. First one is basically if you have deja vu, it means you were there in a previous life. I mean, I don't think that's true, but how do I falsify that? I can at least disprove the second one. Don't sing at 3 a.m. Someone with a deep voice will join you. I did a lot of singing at 3 a.m. during 24-hour study binges in college. And I'll tell you what, I have never heard the singing man join me. Well, the last one is if you get married in a dream, you're married to a demon. I guess a significant amount of people are married to demons now. I can't imagine that getting married is an uncommon dream. I guess I'll finish off by completing Pointer Guy number 1's video. If the ice in your drink isn't drinking, don't drink it. It could be tampered with. This has been disproven. There's no drug you can add to a drink that will change how the ice floats. Basically, the ice will float if it's water, or it won't float if it's alcohol. And that won't change regardless of what someone slips into the drink. What I'd be more concerned about is if I poured myself like some tap water and then the ice wasn't floating, because then what on earth is in the tap water? The next quote-unquote fact is don't sleep with your windows open. That's it. There's no explanation. It just says it. It's just a statement. I sleep with my windows open all the time and I'm fine. But then again, I've never sang at 3 a.m. with my windows open. Maybe that's how the singing man gets in. Typing 444 will turn on TikTok's dark mode. I don't care. Couldn't be bothered, doesn't matter if it's true or false, it's just engagement bait. People will type 444 in the comments thinking it will switch it to dark mode, and whether or not it's true, it's a comment on the video, thus driving engagement and feeding the algorithm. Leave a note on the table before you go out, and then if you come back if the note is gone, leave your house and call the police. This is so dumb. I guess the assumption is if there's a note somewhere and it gets moved, that means someone broke in. No, you want to know what's going to happen? I leave a note out. I come home, it's missing, and then I find a pile of cat vomit in the corner with note in it. There's no name that starts with S and ends with S. That's just something you're going to put out there. that's a I can think of 3 off the top of my head. Silas, Santos, Sirius. Maybe not the most common names, but they're certainly names, and they start and end with the letter S. If you're ever in a falling elevator, lay down on your back. This is true. You're screwed no matter what if you're in a falling elevator. It's not a great situation to be in, but laying down on your back and protecting your head with your arms is the best you can do, because it spreads out the impact over your whole body instead of a few points. Don't walk down the stairs with your hands in your pockets. Not a fact? It's some good advice. Here's the thing, you look cool with your hands in your pockets, yes, but if you fall and your hands aren't available, you're not going to be able to catch yourself and you're going to break your face. But then again, if you break your face, you might just look cooler. I don't know, man. It's up to you. Here's the copy-pasted CNN part. It's true CNN has an end of the world broadcast. My question is, how do you determine it's the end of the world? And by the time they figure out it is the end of the world, will they even be able to broadcast it anymore? After this is talking about number stations, their spy shenanigans. They are creepy if you listen to them in the middle of the night when it's dark. And our last fact is that 23% of children under the age of 18 report hearing voices. Dare I say that it's just imagination. Alright, well, that's that. I'll see you next time.